to your comments. Ah. Here we are. Yay. Oh no! I'll do that on my phone. Just took my volume all the way down. Hi, everybody! Oh my goodness. Happy Thanksgiving week. I am so... Hey. We're very excited. I'm so excited. We're very excited. We are very excited. So, everybody calm down a little bit. Because actually, one of the things we're going to talk about today is relaxing. It is so easy to get like all caught up in the drama of the holiday and the, if you're traveling, whether you have, you're going somewhere or someone is traveling to you or, what have you. It can be very traumatic. It can be very stressful this week. And so one of the things that's coming through this week really is about relaxing. So it's, we have so much with gratitude around November and around Thanksgiving. And we talk a lot about that, but we can get ourselves kind of into a snit about, the holiday. And so I really want to just encourage everyone to breathe. We are now past the full moon. And this was a big one. With the eclipse. The eclipse intensifies everything, makes everything more... and so this was really a lot of energy, right? A lot of energy for everybody. And so we're past that. We're past that full moon time, and we're now coming, so we have that full moon, and now we're going to come back down toward that new moon. And so as you are coming into this Thanksgiving week, stay enjoying gratitude, stay in the possibilities. I think that's one of the things that we really forget as we get caught up in the hustle and the bustle of the holidays and the holiday season and, the kickoff with Thanksgiving and all this stuff. I want to really encourage you to just stay in gratitude and to stay in the belief in possibilities, right? There's so much that is going on that gets the news, right? There's so much that's going on that gets the spotlight. And I saw a very interesting article about a news channel, a local news channel in Colorado, talking about how do you cover the negative news or the, not negative news, but the news makers, Congress people who are doing, shock saying things that are just so inflammatory, and how do you cover, and I'm not trying to be political, but what their idea, the conversation was, how do you cover these things that are so, hi Sanel, that are so inflammatory without shining more light and being inflammatory. And I thought that was such an important conversation, but at the same time, what I want to bring from that is not about the politicians, it's about what is getting the light shined on it, okay? And I think because that kind of stuff gets the light, right? It gets the spotlight. I don't mean like the light, okay? I mean the spotlight, okay? That kind of stuff is what's getting the light. It gets the attention, it gets on the press, people repeat it, retweet it, they look, and the newscasters are like, so-and-so said such and such today. And so we get more noise from the darker aspects. Oh, that was so interesting. As soon as I said that word darker, the light in my office, one of the lights just went out and then came back. The noise gets a lot of attention. And what doesn't get a lot of attention, especially not in mainstream media, is the light, the undercurrent of the light, that more people are waking up and that more people are understanding that there is a shift, a real ground shaking shift going on in not just in our country, but in our world. And so I want to encourage you to slow down, because we get into the holiday season and it can just, we get like, I gotta do this, I gotta go there, I gotta shop, I gotta buy, I gotta do. And you know what? I want to just really encourage you. The lights in my office are going bananas. I really want to encourage you to just slow it down. Take a breath and breathe in peace, breathe in joy, breathe in the fact that we are still here and we are moving forward to a lighter day. No matter what is going on the news, because you can hear what, you can find a news channel anymore to, you know, to show you the opinion that you want to hear. You can find a scientific, I was having this conversation with my girlfriend, you can find a scientific study that will support any evidence that you want to lean into. And so what I want to tell you is lean into your heart. Lean into that connection with spirit. Lean into trusting the light, not what is getting the spotlight. Okay, the spotlight, hi Phyllis. The spotlight is where, you know, some kind of, if it bleeds, it leads, and it gets a spotlight on it, right? Whether it's a good news story, a bad news story, or whatever it is. I mean, because we are all just, gutted for the happenings in Wisconsin this whole week. But, and just really praying for all those people, and just all of these things are meant to wake us up and meant to open our eyes. They're meant to make us angry enough to create change. They're not meant to make us angry enough to succumb to the violence. And there's a very big difference. And so as you go forward into this time of hustle and bustle, and if you follow the news, there's a whole lot of courtroom drama that is going to come, whether it's the Supreme Court or the case in Charlottesville or the case in Georgia. There are so many other big legal things that are going to create ripples in the news, no matter what your viewpoints are. And so what I want to remind you is that the loudest, the loudest voices that are trying to hold on to the status quo, that are going to use might and fear, are going to get that spotlight. And what we want to do is anchor ourselves, like we did in our meditation on Thursday. We anchored ourselves into Mother Earth. We connected ourselves into the light in the sky. This light, not this light, this light. We connect into spirit, and we trust that all of these things are happening for the growth and the evolution of our society, because we are moving forward. And the way I know that we are moving forward is very, very simple. There ain't no other way to go. There's no other way to go but forward. So you can like it, you can hate it, you can lament, you can march. What I'm telling you is lean into the light. Lean into the light, because this light has a plan for us, for peace, for love, for prosperity. This light has so much more power than this light. And so as we're going forward into the end of this calendar year, into the hustle bustle time of the year, where we can get so stressed out, people get so stressed out at the holidays, people have there's a lot of emotions around the holidays, especially people get very, suicide rates go up, people fall into depression, they're missing loved ones that can't be with them at the holidays. There's so much energetic turmoil. And so where I want to really encourage is, oh, look, Rafui. Boy, we're going to be deleting and blocking you, that's for sure. But I would like for you to know that your comments have been blocked and hidden, so the people you're trying to connect with can't see your comments because we've got you blocked. So, bye. So, lean into that light. Please don't chit-chat with me. Rafui. You can, and Zanelle, you can hop off my page right now, because we don't have spammers here. So again, I'll just tell you that your comments have been blocked, and the only one seeing them is me. So, and we'll be deleting them and blocking you later. So bye. So just to continue to lean into the light, to lean into that trust that things are happening for our growth, for the growth of humanity, but more importantly, lean into each other. This is a time of connection. This is a time to reach out to friends, to family, say, hey, I'm thinking about you. How are you? I just want you to know I'm here. This is a time to connect. You don't have to invite them to Thanksgiving if you don't want to. You don't have to, do anything other than just let people know that you're here. Or if you are somebody that needs to reach out and you need somebody to say, hey, I need somebody to say, hey, I'm here. Know that you can come in here and say, I need somebody. And I'm telling you, we have so many amazing people in our community, and they will be like, hi, we love you. Lean into the light. Don't worry so much about what you see on TV or in the news media that has this light, that spotlight. This is the glare. It is not the light. And when we stay connected to the light, it makes all the difference. And so that is the biggest message that was really given to me today, was about staying connected to this light and not worrying so much about the things that we see in this light. That doesn't mean we don't care. I mean, it is heartbreaking what happened in Wisconsin yesterday. It is absolutely gut-wrenching. And anytime there's children involved, of course, it just, rips our little hearts out, our big hearts. It rips all of our, whatever size your heart is. But we stay connected to each other. We stay connected to the light. And we understand that all of these things are happening to help us to wake up to the fact that we are all connected, to wake up to the fact that we are one humanity, that whatever is on the outside, on the inside is the same. It is the same. We all have the same heart and the lungs and the liver and the femur and the, all of it. It is the same. Okay? And so these are the things that we're being called to wake up to, and to understand that we come together by caring about each other, by checking in on each other, by giving to charities that are important. Even if you give $1 to a charity, every little bit makes a difference. I'm always reminded of this story of my younger son, who's going to be 21. I can't believe that he's going to be 21. But I'm always reminded, when he was little, I took him to see the Nutcracker ballet, and the executive director of the Nutcracker came out on the stage before the show and gave a plea for fundraising, which is very common. And my son was so enamored with the ballet that when we got home, he went into his piggy bank and he brought me $1.78 that he had in his piggy bank. And I said he wanted to donate it to the ballet. And I said, okay, that's great. And so I knew the executive director, so I wrote the check and I wrote a letter to Russell. And I said, this is, for my son, he's 7, and this is, what we'd like to do. And this was, that he wanted to contribute. Even that little $1.78 makes a difference. It can all make a difference. Okay, my computer has come unplugged, and I'm getting the little plug-in warning. So hang on for me 1 second. Sorry. I thought we was plugged in, but apparently we were not. All right, we're good to go. We are good to go. Okay, so RJ, thank you for being with us. We're going to do some card readings, and hi Faith, thank you for, you're so sweet, Faith. I actually don't like my makeup today, but you are so sweet. Thank you so much. So we are going to get to our cards. So that was the gist, was being patient, staying connected, remembering that we are all connected, and that all these things that are happening are about waking us up, that we are all connected. We are all just one humanity. And that when we get caught up into that spotlight, that glare, our focus is in the wrong place. And to stay connected to the light, not this light. Okay, that was what they wanted to talk to me about today. So let's grab our cards. We're going to do cards, and then Faith and RJ and Faith are going to be first up for our card readings, for extra card readings. So first we're going to do our group reading. Okay, so it looks like our spammers have left. Sharon's here. Sharon Wisdom's in the house. Hello, my friend. All right. I was so excited to have the opportunity to not just learn from Colette Baron Reed in person while I was in Sedona, but also to have a conversation, a couple conversations with her. We had such a wonderful conversation, and she shared with me that her hair was purple like mine back in the day, and that just gave me a giggle. All right, so isn't that so interesting? So when I pull into the energies, this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies card deck, and when I pull into this, the first card that we get, I always want to pull this from this deck to see which energies, which chakras, which places in our energy system are we really being guided by this week. And I pull this because you cannot make this stuff up. This is a tall tale. This is a Pinocchio card. This is a tall tale. This is telling us that we are being led, to remember not to be led by the lies, not to be led by this, right? That's glare. We're being led by the light, right? Not to be led by the glare. And I love this because this is literally what we were just talking about. And of course, bam, the first card that we pull tells us don't buy into the tall tale. Don't buy into the lies that we're being told from the, media or society or whatever, that we stay connected to the light, right? We stay connected to each other from the heart, from love, from gratitude. We stay connected to the light. Okay, so this is the tall tale. And I love that this also, the card number for this is 35, which is 8, 4, 2, I don't know. That got lost on me. I was going somewhere. They were giving me something with the numerology, and it just went away. So it must not have been that important. So, tall tale. Don't get caught up in the lies. Don't get caught up in the bullshit, especially around the holidays. Oh, thank you very much. Especially around the holidays when we are around family. We may have people who believe different things than us. We may have people that try and push our buttons. Sometimes, family things are... sometimes they're not the most fun. Sometimes they can cause some stress, right? If you've got, family members that maybe want to, so don't buy into the lies. Don't buy into the lies. Keep yourself connected to the light. Keep yourself grounded to Mother Earth. Stay in that place of love and gratitude. I have some family members, like we all do, that blessedly live in other states, but I have some family members that that make life complicated. Let me say it that way. Try to say it politely. So we all have some family members that make life more complicated, right? Oh, jumping card. And I just want to continue to love them, and I want them to know that I love them, and I honor their path, but I love them over there. And that gets a little bit difficult when we're into the holidays, right? Because sometimes they're all around us. And so just remind yourself, don't buy into the lies. Don't buy into someone else. The truth for someone else does not mean it is the truth for you. Okay, so this is the Goddess Power Oracle, and we've got Bridget. Interesting, because here comes 8 again. The Creative Spark. This was a jumper card, so she popped right out. And then also with her was Rilla. Flow, which this is fabulous because now you've got the Creative Spark and you've got Flow. So let me grab the book, because with the goddesses I always like to get what they have said. I do not put words in goddesses' mouths. So this is Bridget, the Creative Spark, says, imagination and inspiration are yours to play with right now. Connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time when you are so in tune. It's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. I love that because it's talking about making meaningful and beautiful experiences, which is really what we look at when we're coming together with family. We're making memories. We're making memories. And even for those folks that, maybe push our buttons during the holidays, we're making memories. So truly try and keep the focus on making beautiful memories. What we were talking about before about staying in that place of love and gratitude, right? Staying in that place of love and gratitude. All right, so then we have the other goddess, Rilla, who it says, do you notice how when you're in alignment with the universe, everything in your life seems to flow? Oh, this is Rhea. I'm sorry, R-H-E-A. I just couldn't read it right. It's so pale. The color of the lettering is so pale, I couldn't hardly see it. Okay, the Greek goddess Rhea, whose very name means flow and ease, comes to let you know that you are entering such a time. While the flow state is not permanent for most people, it's a beautiful feeling that allows you to lose yourself in the rhythm. It's as if you're traveling down a magic stream where ideas and insights pour through you from a vast source of information that is gifted to you. Oh my gosh, I love that, because look, this is so in alignment with the creative the goddess Bridget for creative spark. So you are having this time when we take time off, because when we get creative things come through, when we can breathe, when we can get in nature, when we can step away from the office, we can step away from the crazy, the everyday things. We can step into breath. We breathe. And we talked before about staying connected to each other, staying connected to that light, and knowing that we are all moving forward together. This is confirming that we are opening our hearts and our third eyes. This is what I've been talking about for years, about how how we are evolving. Humanity is evolving through the chakras. And if you look back at the last 150 years or so, humanity has been evolving through the chakras. And where we are now is the throat chakra. But we're starting to move into that third eye, that Ajna chakra, where people are starting to open up. And this is why we're seeing so many more people waking up. So again, what we were talking about earlier is not paying attention to the glare, the spotlight, right, of the, the news, but staying connected to this light. But this is reminding us with Bridget that this is the time that this creative energy is flowing, as while we are connecting with people, we are connecting with our loved ones. We're reminded at Thanksgiving about gratitude, that this is the time to allow that creativity, that creative spark to flow through you. And at the same time, here's Rhea, who is all about flow, about connecting yourself to that light and reminding yourself to, open and let that flow come in. Because as we're opening more and we take that vacation, maybe you're taking Friday off for the holiday weekend, breathe, sleep, rest, connect to the earth, maybe stand outside in the grass if it's not frozen, and connect to the light. Allow that creativity. And when I talk about creativity, it isn't about like, oh, you're going to write a book or write a song. Maybe you are, but it's more about what is the passion of your heart. When we talk about connecting to your creativity, it's not so much about, putting something tangible and creative into the world, but it's about letting the truest expressions of your heart come out. And that's really where we're talking about. So allow that flow, allow that. And I would be oh my gosh, I would love to hear on Sunday how things went for you, because we will not be together on Thursday because, we might actually. My family's doing Thanksgiving on Wednesday because of my husband's travel schedule. So we might actually, I won't cancel meditation. After a day with family, we might need that. So we'll leave that open for Thursday meditation right now. But remember that this is that creative spark, and allowing yourself to be in flow is not about, writing a book necessarily, but it is about allowing the most truest desires of your heart to come out. So if there's a relationship that needs mending, or if there's, something you've always wanted to try, painting, or there's a place you wanted to go visit, or maybe you just need a nap. And that is okay. Or maybe the truest desire of your heart is just to rest. And that is okay. So we are allowing ourselves to rest and to connect and to stay in that place of love. And at the same time, we are not buying into the lies that are being told to us from external forces. All right, so we're going to grab a couple of our cards from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle card deck, which is hands down my most favorite deck of all time. And so we're going to grab a couple of cards, and welcome to our first timers, Laura and Heidi. Heidi's not first time. Laura says she's first time. Hello. And then we're going to go back, and we have a list of folks who have already asked for cards, so we're going to pull those in order. So yes, lots of that. So are okay. So we have our first card. What do we really need to know? Oh, I love this. So here it says, trust the niggle. Trust the niggle. Is this not just what we were talking about the No, Faith, we're doing the general card reading, and we'll do individual cards at the after. So hang in there for another minute. So thank you for asking that. I want to make sure we're clear. So this is Trust the Niggle. So these are, right, we were just talking about the creativity and your creative spark and going, allowing that flow, that we are connected into the universe, to that universal energy, that we're into that flow. And then here it is, Trust the Niggle. So the first thing when I say is, what do we need to know for the week is, so we have our energy card of where we are, right? What is the chakra that's being most affected this week, that's being most activated? What do we need to know? We need to know not to believe into the lies, right? That might be coming to us from media or from being around family members or whatever, and to really just trust and lean into the light. At the same time, we're being guided by two goddesses this week, Rhea and Bridget, who are talking to us about allowing our creativity to flow and allowing our truest desires of our heart to come out. And the first card that we pull from our Work Your Light Oracle card, which talks to us about what do we need to know for this week, is Trust the Niggle. Trust the Niggle. That means, what is that truest desire of your heart? Follow what is that truest desire of your heart. What is that? And allow that to come through, which is literally what we just finished talking about. And so here comes the other card. The next card is to get more information about that. It's play. This card is play. Play. And we were just talking about that, the importance of taking some time over this holiday week to just put your feet in the grass, to rest, not to get so caught up into the hustle and the bustle of the holiday weekend, Black Friday and all the things. Everything will be okay. Just breathe and take good care of you, take care of those around you, and have some time to play. Try something new. Go to a park, stand in the grass, take a nap, something that refills your bucket and connects you to the light is going to be the utmost, the highest message that we have for this week, right? And the Akasha. Okay, so the last card is what, the final, wrap it up, put a bow on it. What do we need to remember? The Akasha. The Akashic records it's like the Library of Congress. It is the record, the library of our soul for everything that ever was, will be, or could have been. It is the library of the history of our soul. And we all have a volume in the library, in the Akashic records. And the Akasha says, your guidance is divinely guided. This means that as you are going forward, with your rest, rejuvenation, you're staying connected to the light and not the glare, that you have more opportunity to hear the divine guidance. You have so much more opportunity to hear that divine guidance when you, welcome back, Brad. You have so much more opportunity to see and to hear the divine guidance when you are at peace, That doesn't mean we're not dealing with difficult things. It doesn't mean that we may not have loved ones who are ill or coming to a life transition, or that the bad things aren't going to still happen. But we come to a place of peace and we can stay connected more to the light. All right, let's do some individual card readings. Let's see. We had RJ was first. RJ writes, thank you so much for hanging in with us. We have RJ. Deep replenishment, RJ. Deep replenishment. So again, this is sticking with you about resting and getting some rejuvenation. RJ, I feel like you work a high pressure job, or there's something where you are like go, 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 go all the time. And so I want to encourage you to take some time to just recharge over the next period of time. Because as we are coming down into, so we had the full moon, we had the eclipse, and the energy starts to come down, right? We go on that Ferris wheel and we get up to the top where the full moon is, and we start to come back down. And I want to tell you, if we don't take care of ourselves and we don't take a little soul break where we can fill up our own buckets and replenish our energy, we create sickness. And so RJ, this card for you, deep replenishment. Maybe, walk on the beach, walk in nature, take a breath, reconnect with some loved ones. This is a great week to do that, right, with Thanksgiving. And just make sure you're putting your self-care as a priority, RJ. So that's the card for you. All right, so we have Faith, who is so patient and waiting. Thank you so much, Faith. So the card for Faith is Mintakin. Longing for home, belonging, and you are among the original light workers. So Faith, I have to wonder if either you're traveling. I feel like there's maybe some, because I get some tightness in my solar plexus chakra when I put this card to your energy. And I have to wonder if you're having some anxiety about traveling over the holiday weekend. But they're telling you that you are one of the original light workers, that you are really connected to the light. You are really connected to the source. But I feel like you maybe don't know it yet, or that you haven't really made that relationship your best friend. When we connect to spirit, we connect to source, it's a relationship, connecting to our own soul, connecting to that. It is really like, it is building that relationship. It's not instantaneous, it takes time, but we build that relationship, and we are building a relationship with spirit, as in we are building a relationship with our best self and our best friend. And when you can trust in that, and you can really trust and lean into that that energy, it creates peace in the life. It creates peace in our heart. And so I feel like whatever anxiety that you may have about being with family this next couple of days, to be able to really, I'm very homebound, and I struggle with derealization anxiety badly. Okay, so this is where they're talking to you about, Faith, thank you for explaining. This is where they're talking about really allowing yourself to build that relationship with spirit, because I feel like you have intuition more than what you allow yourself to lean into. I think that there may be some self-esteem issues that are there, that are allowing you to feel energetically small. And rather than, even with health issues and being homebound, that energy can be big, and that connection to spirit can be big. And you may be able to create some great changes in your life and in your heart by connecting with the angels and connecting with your higher sources, especially with healing. There are some amazing, amazing energy entities and angels, especially, that you can call on for healing. Raphael is one of my favorites. So I would encourage you to get a little bit friendly with the angels. So thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. All right, let me scroll back up and let me see where we were. Zanelle. Zanelle was next. Zanelle asked for her card, and Zanelle's card is Priestess. Zanelle's card says, how are you being... Oh, Zanelle. And please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, because it sounds, I think it's right. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? My friend, how are you being called to step up and lead? This is Priestess. And I feel like... there's women's work around you, and I don't mean like housework, women's work. I mean like women's circles, women's mentorship, working with women to help them grow, to help them step into their light more. Because I feel like you shy away from the spotlight, not the glare, but you also, I feel like you step away from the spotlight, and it's time for you to step in and lead, and to really be that mentor to women around you. So now, step up, girl. We need you. Step up. So this is my card for you. And this is not my card for you. This is their card for you. All right. So let me scroll. Heidi is our next. Always try and go in order of everybody who asked. So Heidi Cole. Welcome back, Heidi Cole. Hello. Coffee and card. I don't know who that is, but... Oh, that's my new friend. That's my new friend who is... your first name just went out of my head. But yes, we just became friends, and I'm so happy. Welcome. All right, so Heidi Cole. Card for Heidi. I love the little emojis that you put in. Thank you. The ever unfolding rose. It is happening for you, not to you. So Heidi, there's some I get what my grandma would call spilkus, right? You get like heartburn or anxiety or agita that's going on with you, especially around the holidays. But remember, this is helping you grow. This is helping you expand. Heidi, it's time for you also to expand. There's leadership. You have leadership experience too, that you're hiding your light under a bushel too, Heidi. So this is important time for you to really, and I'll take you right back to the card with Bridget and Rhea about allowing your creativity to come out and being in that flow, because there's something in there, Heidi, that you need to step up into that light, or it is a grand opportunity for you to step up into that light and be more of a leader and a mentor to the people around you. You got this, girl. You can totally do it. I feel like, and there may also be an opportunity for you to step it up at work too, to like step up in more into that light. Heidi Cole, I look forward to hearing what happens with that as well. All right, Janelle, thank you for tagging. Always, thank you. Let me see, where did I just... you are very welcome. Faith, Michelle Krantz, would love a card with a heart. Just a spelling correction. I don't know if that was me. Oh, Sharon Wisdom, I'm so sorry. Michelle Krantz, I'm going to do... Zanella, you're so welcome. Okay, Sharon, thank you for keeping me on track. So I was already into Michelle's energy, so I'm going to do Michelle, and we're going to do Sharon Wisdom. I will not leave without getting you taken care of. You know I try to hit everybody up. All right, so, ooh, a jumper for Michelle Krantz. This is Sisterhood of the Rose. There is a theme today. A theme, Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. But Michelle, this was upside down, which means that it's in that alignment position. It's trying to say to you, hey, don't forget that you have this sisterhood. You have more support around you than you think. Michelle, you have support around you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to lean into your friends, to that circle around you, and say, I need some support. Maybe just pick one person that you feel like you can trust and say, hey, listen, I need some support. I just need to lean in. I need to share some stuff with you. I just need to vent, or just for you to hold that space for me to listen. And they don't necessarily need to fix anything for you, just to give you the opportunity to have that space so that you can clear that energy. But because this is a reminder, the Sisterhood of the Rose, you have sisters, you have help, support, and love around you. Lean into that, trust in that. I feel like you might be missing that and not giving people that opportunity to be that blessing in your life by letting them in. We get so caught up sometimes as women that we got to do it all ourselves, that when we can let somebody else in, it makes such a big difference, because not only do we get the help that we need, that we give someone else the opportunity to bless us, we give someone else the opportunity to be blessed by being the help for us. Okay, let others hold space for you, Michelle. All right, we're going to go to Sharon Wisdom. I'm very sorry I missed you. We're going to go to Sharon Wisdom. And, all right, Sharon Wisdom. All right, there's definitely a theme about moving some women into stepping up into power this week. So I want you all to really think about it. What is it that Spirit is calling in my heart for everyone? What is it that Spirit is calling into my heart that I need to put out into the world? What am I being called to put out into the world? It doesn't have to be humongous, but what is it that Spirit is calling me to put out into the world? Because Sharon Wisdom, your card is answer the call. Answer the call. It is time for you also to step up. What is your soul calling you to do, my friend? What is your soul calling you to do? I encourage you so much to take some time for yourself this holiday weekend. Maybe you just need 30 minutes locked in the bathroom, locked in the closet. If your house is going to be full of people, I got, the kids coming, the boyfriend, girlfriends are coming, the family is coming. I will literally go and hide myself in the bathroom for 30 minutes to just get some peace, get some grounding, or I'll go out in my garden. I'll go out in the back. Find a place where you can get some quiet in your head, in your heart. Stand in the grass if it's not freezing cold, and allow yourself to be connected like we talked about on Thursday's meditation. And if you missed it, that's totally fine. You can scroll back to Thursday's meditation. We really put in roots into the ground and connected ourselves back to the light, staying connected back into the light, because there is all of these cards that I just pulled for individual readings all had the same message, that it is time for us to step up and to allow the desires of our heart to come out into the light and be part of shifting the energy of the planet into the light, moving our evolution of humanity forward. It takes all of us. And even just the story I told about my son donating $1.70, whatever, to the ballet, every little tiny bit makes a difference. But when we all row the boat, you might not be the strongest person on that oar, but when we all row the boat together, we make a huge difference. If you watched in the Summer Olympics, those crew guys that row in eights, they are together. They may not all be able to bench press the same amount, but they are together, and we all row the boat. And so this is all about stepping it up and letting the true desires of our heart be expressed in whatever way that's right for you, but stop hiding yourself from the light. We get too caught up in the glare, and we shy away from the spotlight, and we think that the glare, because the glare is all about, fame and celebrity, or not fame, infamy, right? Infamy. push that aside. Don't buy into the lie, right? With our Pinocchio card. Where are you, Pinocchio card? Where are you? The tall tale, right? The tall tale. Don't buy into that. Lean into the light. Allow your worth, your connection to spirit, your light to shine, because it is so worth it, and you are so valuable, and what you have to share will light up the night. Because we let our light shine, it bounces off of the light above and brings, like think of it like raining down sprinkles, right? Those Skittles commercials where the light goes up and it just pew. Let your rainbow shine down. Let that light shine, because you may send up a little flashlight to the sky, your little light, but it will reverberate off of the light and rain back down so many blessings on you and on those around you. Every card I just picked right here, Answer the Call, Sisterhood of the Rose, the Ever-Unfolding Rose, the Priestess, Mintonkin about being connected to the light, deep replenishment, all of this is about feeding your soul, connecting your soul to spirit, and letting your soul shine come out, because you will create ripples to bless others. And again, it doesn't have to be a giant tidal wave. Make a difference in your family, in your heart. Even if it's just you, make a difference for you. It will reverberate out and create ripples around you that can change your life, your neighborhood, your family in ways you can't even imagine. And so with that, I want to wish you all the most blessed, wonderful, joy-filled Thanksgiving week. If you are not an American, you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, that is fine. I still wish you the most blessed, wonderful, peaceful, restful, rejuvenating, heart-connected, soul-revealing, beautiful week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday if you're celebrating, and please know how very much you are loved, truly loved. Thank you for being with me. Have a beautiful week.